Hello, I'm Anatole, and welcome to my review of the OA Season 2, Episode 7, titled Nina Azarova, and it's scored 9.0 on IMDb. And unlike the score on IMDb, which is very high score, I do have issue with the episode, and it mainly boils down to the format that this season has of one episode being about Kareem Washington and the OA, and an alternate episode being about BBA and all that crew. Because that unfortunately means that storytelling for each story, each thread, each storyline has to be very economical. And while I very much enjoyed episode number 5, which was the medium and the engineer with the old haunted house on the hill plot, unfortunately, it took us away from Pierre Ruskin. And this episode highlighted that Pierre was meant to be a major player. In fact, they introduce him in episode 1 of season 2 because he is so important to the plot of Kareem Washington and the OA and this alternate Earth that you had to introduce him as early as possible so that that character could be the antagonist of the season, a second antagonist to Hap. Hap could not have set up all the gear work for learning about the dreams because he was jumping in from another world, so you needed to have a second big bad. But because he was neglected for most of the season, that episode that we spent wandering around the house should have been spent bringing Pierre Ruskin to the forefront of the story. So instead of giving us the haunted house, it should have been a sub-basement of Treasure Island. That would have made it easy for Hap and Pierre Ruskin to interact. And you could have had Pierre being in that sub-basement so that he would have been maybe aware of Kareem and the OA as they were going through. And he could have been more directly involved in that story instead of springing him at the last minute. And then the second thing I wanted to criticize is this San Francisco, and I've already said in my review of some of the other episodes that it's very, very superficial. And so I know this is the first, my critique about not being Pierre Ruskin to the forefront earlier, that's a major critique. This is a quibble. But the scene of Pierre swimming in the swimming pool at nighttime, that is something that's suited, and then Kareem Washington coming to confront him, that's something suited for The Long Goodbye, the Raymond Chandler adaptation done by Robert Altman. It's directly from the ending of that film. It's not suited to San Francisco. Mark Twain once said the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. You don't have outdoor swimming pools where people are swimming late at night. Indoor pools that can be heated, yeah, but outdoor, no. And so again, minor quibble, but I think every time we've had this San Francisco plot, I've had issue with something about the realism of San Francisco. It just doesn't fly for me. That's it for now. Please join me for my review of next episode, and take care and be well. Goodbye.